Today I'm talking about something everybody who cooks meat needs to understand. What actually happens when you overheat meat, especially ruminant meat like beef and lamb and venison and other grass-fed animals versus pork and poultry. Cooking meat isn't just about safety, it's about preserving nutrients and maximizing nutrient availability. Let's break this down in plain language. First, let's differentiate the type of meats. Pork and poultry, safety first. Pork and poultry are in a different category because of the way these animals carry bacteria like Salmonella, Campylobacter, Trichinella in pork. For safety reasons, these meats must be cooked to a safe internal temperature. Pork, at least 145 degrees Fahrenheit. 63 degrees Celsius with a 3-minute rest. Poultry, chicken, turkey, duck, at least to 165 degrees internal temperature, which is 74 degrees Celsius. These temperatures are not opinions. They're science-backed thresholds to ensure harmful bacteria are killed. You need to hit them if you're eating pork or poultry. Now let's talk ruminant meat. This is not about killing bacteria first. Ruminant meats like beef and lamb and venison and bison operate differently. Ruminants don't carry the same bacterial loads in the muscle tissue that poultry and pork do, so you don't have to cook them to high temperatures for safety. A nice pink or even rare steak is not dangerous. In fact, it's often more nutritious and flavorful that way. Now here's the key point. What overheating does to ruminant meat. When you take ruminant meat past medium and into medium well and well done, you're not just changing texture, you're damaging nutrients. Research shows that heat degrades heat-sensitive nutrients, especially heme iron, the highly bioavailable form of iron found in red meat, B vitamins, these are especially the ones that, they're water soluble, B12, niacin, riboflavin, folate, and essential amino acids, which can be altered or denatured with excessive heat. The longer and hotter you cook red meat, the more these key nutrients are chemically changed or lost. There's also vitamin C in red meat. There is in muscle meat, and that is very sensitive to heat. Immediately is lost as soon as you overcook a steak. Overcooking literally oxidizes iron, making it less absorbable. It also breaks down sensitive vitamins that your body needs for energy and brain function, metabolism, and immune health. This matters especially on a carnivore or animal-centric diet where meat isn't just food, it's your nutrition package. That's why you'll see chefs and informed carnivore eaters sear steaks to medium rare or medium. You get the food safe but nutrient dense and bioavailability. My favorite is a black and blue, where you sear the outside, which kills any surface bacteria that might be on there. And there probably isn't, but if there is. And then the inside is basically rare or raw. And when you cut it, it looks like sashimi. I personally love it that way. Compare that to a well-done roast that's cooked to 160 degrees Fahrenheit or more internally. Yes, it's cooked, but at what cost? You've sacrificed nutrient integrity for a charred texture that doesn't serve your biology as well. So the bottom line, with pork and poultry, cook fully to the recommended temperatures for safety. With ruminant meats, don't overcook. Aim for medium, medium rare, or the way I like it, black and blue. You get your preservation of your iron, your B vitamins, your amino acid integrity, and flavor. I had the best steak last night. I have best steak every night. Your goal is nutrient retention, not nutrient destruction. When you understand this, you start cooking with purpose instead of habit. And that is how you get not just cooked meat, but biologically useful nutrition. This was a suggestion, this video, so if you have a question or a comment or a suggestion, write it in the comment section and I may make a video about it. Subscribe to my channel, click the thumbs up, click the bell icon, and I thank you for coming. Enjoy your meat. Have a good day.